you find that you struggle getting consistent with your driver? You might be saying, yeah, Tiff, I am struggling getting consistent with my driver. It's all over the place. Well, there could be something that's missing in your golf swing that you're actually not doing. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So don't go anywhere. I'll be with you very shortly. Hey, Tiff, the lady golf teacher here, and welcome to today's tip. You find that you get inconsistent with your driver. You can't, sometimes you hit them nice and straight and it all works really well, and for some reason it just happens, and then other times you may top them or they may just fly out all over the place. Do you find that that happens? Okay, I hear you and I hear your pain. I know when I first started playing, I really struggled with the driver, and I used to just leave it in the golf bag until I got really competent with it and really worked on the skills, because I used to find, off it'd go out, slice out to the right all the time. So what I made sure that when I was learning to play golf, and I was an adult learning, everyone thinks I learned as a kid, but I didn't. I learned as an adult. So what I found was that if I made really good clean contact with the ball and the club face was nice and straight, the ball would work so much better. So the ball would go nice and straight. And that's what I find with people these days, is that they actually are not aware of actually what their golf club's got to do. So in order for you to get the ball to go from here to there, you've got to make sure that you keep your club face straight, right? Now, if you're moving your club face when you hit the ball, how can you keep it straight? You can't, can you? There's no way. So what we need to make sure is that that's what you're doing. Now, you may have seen a video that I did not so long ago about having, good solid contact. Well, you know what? The same thing applies to the driver, and that's what I'm going to show you today. All right, so what am I talking about? Well, in simple terms, what we need to make sure is when we make contact with the ball, the club face has got to be straight, okay? That's it. It's as simple as that. Yet people really struggle with it. So when they come down to make contact with the ball, they're trying to flick their club up, maneuver their hands in some way. But watch what happens to the club. The club moves all over the place. You got to think that the club face, or the club, is an extension of what your hands do. So if your hands are twisting, guess what? So is the club face. So we've got to make sure that that stays nice and straight. Sorry, we had a slight interruption there. Somebody just wanted to come and tee off, so I had to stop the video. Anyway, moving on. Now, what we need to make sure is that when we're making contact with the ball, again, it's all about keeping the hand straight. So just because you've got a driver in your hand doesn't mean that the swing is different. And this is where people really struggle with getting the consistency with their driver, is simply because they feel that they have to do something else, because what they've got is they've got this, big-headed club. Therefore, they've got to grip it and rip it as hard as they can and hope that it all works to get it down there. But the problem is that they don't understand what's actually going on in the swing. So people that I teach, I go, okay, well, what did you do with your hand? I don't know. What did you do with the club face? I don't know. So if you're not aware when you make contact with the ball actually what's actually going on, you're not aware of what your hands are doing at contact, and you're not aware of what the club face is doing at contact, how can you hit a straight shot? You can't, can you? Or if you do, it's pot luck, isn't it? Right? So we need to understand that when you actually make contact with the ball, it's all about keeping the hands and the club nice and straight. Because remember, if you move and twist your hands around, what happens to the golf club? It does exactly the same thing, okay? So this is what we're going to work on. I want you to do nice little simple half swings, and all we're going to do here is we're just going to go straight back, straight through. That's it. But when we're coming through, are we moving our hands around? No, not at all. Does that make sense? All right, so you ready? Back and through. Because when you actually make contact with the ball, it's this, isn't it? Nice and straight. Okay, we're not doing all this stuff, because if we're going to do all this stuff, club's going to roll over the ball and anything can happen. So here we go, right? So make sure you're watching it. I'm going to hit 3 balls for you so you can actually see it, but just rewind the video and watch again, okay? So what we're doing is a little swing, back, through, hold, okay? Notice I'm not trying to do anything special. All right, back, through, hold. You'd have seen this in other videos that I've done, even when you're chipping over bunkers, pitching over bunkers, chipping, everything. Back, through, hold, okay? Same again. Back, through, hold. You notice everything's staying nice and straight, and guess what? The balls are going straight. How exciting. And we can repeat it, because that's where consistency is. If you're saying, I just can't get consistent, this is why, okay? I'm very passionate about this because I want to make sure that it works for you, because this is where the secret is. It's where the answer is, okay? One more. Straight, back, through, right? How easy is that? So easy, it just comes through and you hold. That's what you need to be focused on. If you can do that consistently, that's how you can start getting your driver more consistent. Okay, so what did you think of that? Much more simple, isn't it? All right, golf should be simple, it shouldn't be difficult. Now, I want you to go and practice that and work on that, because if you can't get that right, doesn't matter what else you do in your golf swing, because it just won't work, okay? So focus on getting that right. Now, if you found that you got a lot of value out of today's video, I'd love it if you could leave a comment down below and share with me what you like best about what you saw and heard today. That'd be absolutely awesome. And if you've got friends that you know would benefit from these videos, please share them, because we want to build the lady golf teacher community as big as we possibly can. But in the meantime, see it high, let it fly. Have an awesome day. See you soon. Bye-bye.